Have you ever walked through your home at night and felt just a little uneasy, maybe worried that you might trip on something or lose your balance? Or perhaps you've noticed that some everyday things, like reaching for a cabinet, stepping into the shower, or even walking across a rug, don't feel quite as effortless as they used to. You're not alone in feeling that way. Our homes are supposed to be the place where we feel safest, but for many people over 60, they can sometimes become tricky places filled with hidden risks. The truth is, as we get older, even small hazards, like a slippery bathroom floor or a poorly lit hallway, can have big consequences. But the good news is, with just a few thoughtful adjustments, your home can actually work with you, not against you. And that's exactly what we're diving into today: 7 smart home changes that can give you more confidence, more independence, and most importantly, peace of mind. Now, I want you to picture this. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, needing a glass of water. You slip out of bed, walk down the hall, and without even thinking about it, you move with ease. The path is well lit, there's nothing in your way, and you know your footing is solid. That sense of security, that quiet confidence, is what these small upgrades are all about. So, let's get into the first adjustment that can truly transform your safety at home, starting with something most of us don't give much thought to until it becomes a problem: lighting. Lighting is more than just flipping a switch. It's the difference between seeing an obstacle before it causes trouble and stumbling over it in the dark. As our eyes change with age, we need more light to see clearly, but that doesn't mean you need to flood your house with harsh bulbs. Instead, think about soft, warm lighting that's strategically placed. Adding night lights in hallways, especially between your bedroom and bathroom, is a simple but powerful change. Motion sensor lights are even better, because they switch on the moment you step into an area. Imagine not having to fumble for a switch or worry about carrying a flashlight. You just walk, and the light comes on for you. It's like your home is lending a hand. One of my favorite suggestions is under-cabinet lighting in the kitchen. Not only does it look beautiful, but it also keeps your counters well lit so you're not cutting vegetables or preparing meals in the shadows. And let's not forget staircases. If you have stairs, proper lighting there isn't optional, it's essential. A well-lit stairway can prevent one of the most common types of falls. Now, once we've brightened things up, the next smart adjustment is all about what's under your feet. Flooring may seem harmless, but in reality, it's one of the biggest culprits behind accidents at home. Loose rugs, uneven surfaces, or glossy tiles can turn into slip-and-slide zones without warning. Think about those little throw rugs that slide just a bit when you step on them. They might look cozy, but they can also be dangerous. The simplest solution is to remove them altogether. But if you really love the look or the warmth they bring, then secure them with non-slip pads or rug tape. That way, they stay firmly in place and won't surprise you with a sudden skid. For areas like bathrooms and kitchens, where water is often present, consider non-slip mats. These mats have a grip underneath that keeps them from moving, even on wet surfaces. If you've ever stepped out of the shower and felt the floor slip beneath your feet, you know how important that can be. A slip in the bathroom isn't just a scare, it can mean serious injury. A simple mat can prevent all of that. Even the type of flooring matters. Carpeting with a low pile, for instance, gives you a bit of cushion while still being easy to walk on with walkers or canes. If you're updating floors, look into slip-resistant materials. These days, many options are stylish, easy to clean, and designed specifically with safety in mind. And here's another thought: transitions. That tiny bump where one type of flooring meets another might not have bothered you years ago, but it can catch your toe or cause you to stumble now. Smoothing out those transitions, or adding small ramps where needed, can make moving through your home seamless. Let me tell you a little story. A friend of mine, in her early 70s, loved her home but constantly worried about slipping in the kitchen. She had shiny tiles that looked beautiful but became slick every time she spilled even a drop of water. After one close call, she decided to have those tiles replaced with a textured vinyl floor. The difference was night and day. She told me it felt like her kitchen had gone from slippery ice rink to steady ground. That single change gave her so much peace of mind. She said she wished she'd done it 10 years earlier. So, we've talked about lighting and flooring, two fundamental adjustments that can dramatically reduce the risk of falls. Both of these may sound simple, but they're incredibly effective in creating a home that truly supports your independence. And that's what this is really all about: keeping your independence, staying confident in your own space, and making sure your home feels like a place of comfort, not concern. Sometimes when we think about safety, we only imagine big, dramatic changes, like installing complicated security systems or hiring help around the house. But often, it's the small tweaks that make the biggest difference. One of those is lighting. Have you ever tried to make your way down the hallway in the middle of the night and felt your heart skip a beat because you couldn't quite see where you were going? That little moment of hesitation can be dangerous. Poor lighting is one of the hidden culprits behind slips and falls, but thankfully, it's also one of the easiest problems to fix. Adding brighter bulbs, using night lights, or installing motion sensor lights in places like hallways, bathrooms, or near staircases can make your home instantly safer. Imagine never having to fumble for a light switch again, just walking confidently into a room that lights up for you. That kind of small shift doesn't just protect your body, it also protects your peace of mind. You know you're not going to stumble into something unseen. Another powerful adjustment involves your bathroom, and honestly, this one can be a lifesaver. The bathroom is one of the most common places where seniors slip, and for good reason. It's filled with water, slick floors, and smooth surfaces. One moment you're stepping into the shower, and the next, your foot slips just enough to throw you off balance. But here's the good news: a few simple additions can transform that space. Grab bars near the toilet and inside the shower can be the difference between catching yourself safely and suffering a painful fall. Non-slip mats both inside and outside the shower add another layer of safety, giving your feet steady ground. Some people even find it helpful to switch from a traditional tub to a walk-in shower, which removes the need to lift your leg over a high edge. Think about it like this: you want your bathroom to feel like a supportive friend, not a risky obstacle course. With just a few changes, it becomes a place of comfort again, not worry. Now let's move into another room we all spend a lot of time in: the kitchen. Cooking is such a joy, but it can also be full of hidden hazards. Heavy pots, items stored way up high, slippery spills, it can all add up. One adjustment that can make your kitchen far more senior-friendly is reorganizing how things are stored. Keeping your most used items, like dishes, spices, or that favorite pan, at waist or counter height means you don't need to strain, stretch, or climb. And when it comes to cleaning up spills, having a mop or towel easily accessible makes it quicker and easier to deal with small accidents before they become major problems. You might even consider lightweight cookware if lifting heavy pots is becoming more of a challenge. These changes might sound simple, but they remove unnecessary risks and keep the joy of cooking alive without the stress. It's incredible how these adjustments add up, isn't it? Each one is like another layer of safety wrapped around you, giving you more confidence to move freely in your own space. And when your home feels safe, you feel more in control, not worried about every step you take, but comfortable enough to truly enjoy the little moments, whether it's reading in your chair, making a cup of tea, or moving around to chat with family. Another area we can't ignore is the bedroom. You might think, well, what could possibly go wrong in the place where I rest? But the truth is, many falls happen right as we're getting in or out of bed. Sometimes it's because the bed is too high or too low, forcing us to awkwardly adjust our balance. Other times, it's because slippers or rugs nearby slip out from under our feet. One small but powerful solution is to make sure your bed is at the right height, so when you sit, your feet touch the ground comfortably. Adding a sturdy bedside table with a lamp or even a small grab bar can give you something steady to hold onto as you move. It might feel like a small detail, but these little supports give you more freedom and less fear every single morning and night. Imagine waking up and stretching without worrying that your first step could throw you off balance. That's independence right there. Now, let's talk about stairs. If your home has them, you already know they can feel like both a blessing and a curse. They keep you active, sure, but they also present a real risk. The trick isn't to avoid stairs altogether, it's to make them safer. Sturdy railings on both sides are a must, and clear, bright lighting makes a world of difference. Some people also find that adding contrasting tape to the edges of each step helps them see exactly where their foot is going. And if stairs are becoming too much of a challenge, there's no shame in exploring stair lifts or rearranging your home to keep your most used spaces on one level. What matters is not how you climb the stairs, it's that you can still move confidently and safely in your home without the constant worry of a misstep. Finally, let's touch on something many people overlook: clutter. Over time, it's so easy for hallways, floors, and corners to collect piles of magazines, extra chairs, or even electrical cords. But every single item on the floor is a potential obstacle. The more open space you have, the easier it is to move freely. A good rule of thumb is to treat your walkways like highways: clear, smooth, and safe to navigate. Think of it as giving yourself permission to let go of the things you no longer need, while creating a space that supports the life you're living now. And you know what? A decluttered home doesn't just protect your body, it actually clears your mind, too. There's a lightness that comes when you know every step is safe and supported. So here's the bigger picture: safety isn't about restricting your life, it's about expanding it. Every grab bar, every brighter light bulb, every decluttered hallway is like giving yourself a key to more independence. It's not about fear, it's about freedom. You're making sure that your home doesn't just shelter you, it empowers you. Because at the end of the day, aging gracefully isn't about doing less, it's about doing what matters most with confidence, peace of mind, and joy.